Welcome to this sneak preview of Velocity. My name is Kadena Tate. Feel free to visit me at kadenatate.com. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. Today I want to ask you a quick question. When was the last time that you put a smile on your customer's face unexpectedly? When was the last time that you did something that was extremely generous, but it was just a small thing to you? Well, let me tell you a quick story. I was a Brownie Scout and then a cadet and then a Girl Scout and eventually an assistant Girl Scout leader from probably, I think it's second grade all the way until my senior year in high school. And so I have a tendency to ask people, what's your favorite Girl Scout cookie? Because I have a lot of respect for the organization. And, I keep this information filed away and I try my best during Girl Scout cookie season to give my friends or, business associates a box of cookies. So a few years ago, I was a real estate broker and I met this really cool lady in one of the builder's models. And I asked her very casually, hey, what's your favorite Girl Scout cookie? And this was maybe 8 months before Girl Scout season. And so one day I was in the car with a guy and we were driving around looking at houses and I saw that Girl Scout cookies were for sale. And I thought, wow, I'm really out of it this year. I missed the boat. So when we were looking at houses, we were driving past the grocery store and there were the Girl Scouts. So I said, hey, hold on just a second. And I swung into the supermarket parking lot and I picked up 10 boxes of Thin Mints because where I was going to be driving, I would be passing several people that I knew whose favorite cookies were Thin Mints. So we drive up to this builder's model. I whip out my cell phone. I said, hey, I need you to come outside right quick. I can't stay. I have a client in the car. I'm on the move, but I have a gift for you. Just, come outside. So this lady, her name is Kim. She came out of the building. And the minute she saw the Thin Mints in my hand, 2 boxes, her whole face lit up like a Christmas tree. And she was like, oh my God, how did you know these were my favorite cookies? And I said, girl, you told me this like a long time ago. And what I want you to know is that one act to me was just me showing appreciation for our friendship. But to her, it meant that I deeply cared about her, and she went on to refer several home buyers who had come to the builder's model without realtors to me. And this generated in over $100,000 of income for me. Never in my wildest dreams would I have thought that such a small act could generate such a generous return. So what I want you to know is that it's really important that we take the time to think about we're in human relationships. We're one tied to another, here to love and serve each other. So I want to ask you 3 questions as you look at your business model. Number 1, when a client is celebrating a wedding, an anniversary, a birth of a child, do you send out a handwritten note or a card? When a client has experienced a death in the family or some other tragedy or possibly even divorce, do you send a handwritten note or a card appropriate for that occasion? When the client is in the hospital or perhaps the client is just, it's Girl Scout cookie time, or maybe they love basketball, football, hockey, soccer, do you buy a ticket? Have you ever considered buying movie tickets for the client so that they can have a date night out with their spouse or their beloved? Or perhaps a father-daughter lunch or a mother-son lunch? What are you willing to do to make your clients feel special? That's question number 1. That's a long-winded question, I know. You're like, I can't keep up. But that's question number 1. What are you doing to celebrate another person's life, the milestones? Question number 2, do you have a process for organizing this information? Have you placed not only a client's name, address, phone number, and basic demographic information, but also their psychographic information into your database. Do you know what keeps them up at night, riddled with anxiety? Do you know what they're secretly afraid of? The thing that they're terrified if someone found out that they wouldn't receive love or care or kindness. How intimately do you know your customers? And if you do know them intimately, do you have the information written down? Because what I can tell you is that time goes on as you get busier and busier. You can't hold everything up here. You got to write some stuff down. And question number 3, if you haven't taken the time to develop a client intake process, meaning from the time that someone meets you until the time that they refer you to one of their family or friends, how do you engage with them? How do you show love, respect, care, and appreciation? I guarantee you, without our clients, we have no business. Never forget that. Because even though people may get on our nerves, sometimes we feel like they drain us dry. At the end of the day, without our clients, we have no livelihood. We are compensated for the value that we bring. So ask yourself, when was the last time I genuinely showed that I love, respected, valued, and appreciated my clients? That's it for today's lesson. If you want more, enroll in Velocity. I'd love to support you and grow in your business. I believe in professional and personal development. Entrepreneurship is the greatest journey that we can travel. Have a wonderful day. Visit me at kadenatate.com and share this video with a friend. I'm looking forward to seeing your responses. Thank you.